Hi, I'm George Quinlan Jr., second generation president of Quinlan Fabish Music Company. I'd like to give you a short history of our company as we celebrate our 60th anniversary. The first picture is the St. Sabina Band in 1932. Pictured in the second row of cornet players on the outside is my dad. That is our first family connection with music education. When I asked my dad about the band director featured in the picture, he mentioned it was a gentleman named Guido Mattei, who was a graduate of the Kahn Institute here in Chicago. Kahn at the time was the leading band instrument manufacturer in the world. And I think they recognized the future and the importance of music education, primarily based on a model from the Joliet Public Schools here in Illinois. We fast forward about 15 years and you'll see the first union of Quinlan and Fabish. This is the CYO band in about approximately the mid-50s. This band had reached prominence at that point, notably being the third performing group at the Midwest Clinic. That would have been the third year of that, 1948, and a repeat performance the following year. A few short years after that, the union of Quinlan and Fabish formed a company called Quartet with the third member, Roy Knapp, who was the dean of Chicago percussionists, and Robert Seaman. That company, however, was short-lived, and the group of just Quinlan and Fabish reunited on the south side of Chicago in 1959 and reopened the doors as Quinlan and Fabish. Dr. Fabish retired from the company about 10 years into it, continued on as the band director at DePaul University, where my father was also the trumpet teacher. So at that point, Quinlan and Fabish really became mom and pop organization, with my mother doing a lot of the book work and my dad being in sales. But it was a part-time job for him because he was also a prominent trumpet player, playing in nightclubs and shows around Chicago, particularly the Chez Paris Club, which was very prominent in the day. He also was the first brass instructor for the Cavaliers and had many other jobs, including the chairman of a bank for a while. So the company continued to grow throughout those years. In the late 80s and early 90s, we expanded to more stores in the Chicagoland area, and then shortly after that to the stores in Indiana. The key is that music education has always been and will be our guiding light, much as it has been for the first 60 years.